Here's a story about a cult leader who has 3 young ladies that's still there. They're telling us all the lies, so let's just hear.
To keep everybody safe, she should have did the quarantine. And she should have made sure that she was okay to follow through. And actually, you're supposed to test negative after you've been testing positive to even have to come in contact with the public.
Yeah. We got arrested for breaking quarantine. So why is it so loose now? Those same requirements should be set in stone. The last CDC report on, how to... the quarantine process for COVID was last updated in 2023, May 2023.
Yeah.
And
so it's still in effect. It ain't go nowhere. It ain't go nowhere. But then that's the kind of stuff that we have going on behind closed doors. Yeah. You guys are getting to see it because he's a public figure and a well-known public figure at that, which has this thing streaming live on all kind of social media platforms, the news, everything. So you guys get to witness firsthand just the injustice that we're going through. Mm-hmm. Like it's very, very corrupt. We went on the stand today to testify and barely could even get a word in.
First of all, the prosecution had a damn near whole week for all their witnesses. They could just go up there and talk up a storm and he did this and did nothing about that night. Period. Long days. The prosecution had these witnesses. How the defense got all their witnesses in one day? I thought I was gonna be up there way longer. I would have said way more stuff if I would have knew it was gonna be that short.
Right.
They just went past us like this. It was like,
it was not.
And anytime we tried to say something, objection, hearsay. What? Hearsay.
And you know the crazy thing about it is that they gave these witnesses for the prosecution side more time for issues that did not even concern that night. And that's the whole crazy thing to me, because if you were really trying to get down to the bottom of what happened, here you have certain witnesses in here that were present that night, but you don't even dig into it. I was asked maybe 2 to 3 questions about that night. The rest of them didn't have nothing to do with the charges. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. It was people that were in there on the prosecution side, but did they ask them about that night? No, barely nothing. And it's like, what are we getting these charges for? What are we in court for? Are we in court for everything else? Or are we in court for this girl and what she said that she alleged that she did?
Speaking of, the prosecution can play all of these videos. Apparently in our lawyer's closing statement, he said that they won't allow us to play these videos. They won't allow us to play the T video. They won't allow us to play the detective video. He said, okay, they played the interview with him and the detectives, but why they're not playing it with her and the detectives? And that's the secret. That's what they trying to hide.
It's crazy.
Why didn't the court allow us to play those videos?
We didn't get to play nothing.
We didn't play no videos. They played a video for you.
Nothing. No, they didn't.
No, they excused the jury out.
Yeah, they excused the jury to leave and argued that it was irrelevant, but it is very relevant because this is the whole reason why we are here.
Exactly.
These trolls.
They videos wasn't relevant.
These are the reason why we're here. Those other videos of whatever else they're using,
shit.
That stuff is irrelevant. But you can't even enter in a 6-minute video of somebody calling to harass, reporting me missing, okay, and doing a wellness check and seeing that everything is fine. We are in our PJs. It's just a normal day. We took a couple days offline, and we're like, come take a look. Does that get played? No. So does that and any other video get played? No. That's crazy. You can't, that is crazy. And then I understand the whole thing about the burden of proof being on the prosecution. That's fine. But they had no
Exactly.
What was the proof?
The burden of proof that they failed epically in even presenting any type of proof. That's why Booker, our lawyer, at the end, he said, look, they don't have...
Ask for the evidence.
Don't take it easy on them.
Right.
Like, it's their responsibility to prove that he's guilty beyond the shado of a reasonable doubt.
It's like, and that's like for sure, like, oh, he did that. It's not supposed to be no second guessing. Like, no.
Listen.
If it's that, it needs to be a mistrial because that case was just not fair.
Listen.
They tried to rush through us, then let us talk. Like, anytime we was about to tell them what's really going on with the situation, is
get cut off.
Objections. It's like, what? I'm about to explain something that is significant to proclaim his innocence.
Right. And it's like, it's crazy, right? Because this is such a very life-changing, life-altering charge. It carries a very hefty sentence. It is crazy that they just get to do all of this with no proof. You're in there and somebody gets to say you did something and you're facing a life sentence. There are people out there that have really done these things. There are women out there that have literally died.
And they don't say they made love.
They don't. This doesn't describe that at all, but yet we're facing a life sentence. Okay, if you want to charge for some sort of domestic violence or whatever, that isn't even irrelevant to what's going on now. Like, she doesn't have no evidence of anything, no harm. She got into a fight with the women. How does that carry life sentence without the possibility of parole? To be able to be convicted of that, you really have to have proof beyond a reasonable doubt. It can't be an inkling of doubt in there that he did that. It can't be. Because if you're questioning, that means that it was very clear that he didn't do it. From all the
and it's very clear in those videos that they don't want us to play. That's where it's clear.
Yes.
Exactly.
And we're going to be posting those after this live because that is the secret that they're trying to hide.
And it's a shame how many haters it is.
Why do they want them locked up so bad?
It's a shame how much hate is coming through from a person that shares the same skin as you, and you want to see somebody that look just like you in jail. Like, where is the spirit of like unity, like seeing something from another person's point of view? Because everybody can see that he's innocent. You may not like him for whatever certain reason that you have, but that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, did he do this? And then he didn't do this. He's innocent. But guess what? False allegations and false testimonies are the leading cause of black men being put behind bars under the prison industrial complex. Okay? And these are things that, while on the stand, the judge doesn't want to be heard and entered into the transcripts.
Exactly.
Okay? Because as soon as you say something, or the defense that says something that proclaims his innocence, you get cut off, you get objections, you get everything, but let the prosecution go. They they bring up stuff that don't even have anything to do with nothing, and that's crazy.
I just hope it just takes one of the jurors, like, I just hope somebody sees it for what it truly is.
Yeah.
Somebody.
I think that they do. Yeah. Because if you sit in there and you don't know nothing about this case and you're hearing all of the evidence and you're hearing what she's saying and you're like,
they're correct.
I've been through something like this that was very, traumatizing to me, and this doesn't even fit the patina of what it is. She may have got in a fight with a girl. But
G would never treat me like this.
He wouldn't treat me like this. He wouldn't do that to me. Said it out of her own mouth, even on the stand.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is crazy. And then just to see that they're trying to pile on and distract everybody with cult and polygamy and domestic violence is crazy. Because People don't understand. You have to understand his background. We're his family. These people that came into his life were considered his family.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a mother. He doesn't have a father. Even to see this, it's like, damn. But because people, they have different views, which they didn't say.
What about him?
Well, but what about him? What about
they're not thinking about
his
his feelings.
Yeah.
Nobody's thinking about his feelings. Nobody's thinking about how caring that he was or how extending he
Forgiving,
was. He was
yeah.
very forgiving. He let this girl come back many times. He let all of these girls come back many times.
After all this they did, he
After
still
everything.
welcomed them in his home, took care of them. Like, and they still, man,
It's crazy.
just not getting their way, jealousy. It's
Look at
all
the
about
justice
It's
system.
all about jealousy. That's why envy is one of the 7 deadly sins. Can't you go to jail for breaking one of the
Yes.
7 deadly sins?
Yes.
Envy is a 7 deadly sin.
Yes.
Them bitches, sorry, excuse my language. They are doing this out of hurt. And they are putting up this show and saying all this on the stand. We already done debunked everything they said. She
Yeah,
done
we
debunked
did.
everything they
She's-
said.
exactly.
That's why they don't want to play her interviews, because she already said, I gave it to him because I care about him. She already said that we made love. That I had, and it's a difference between sneaking out and escaping.
Let me tell you, I don't think the people care.
They don't care.
There was a juror sleep, my nigga, while everybody was testifying. Sleep. How are you even able to give a proper verdict and you missed half of what was going on?
Exactly.
The bailiffs were notified. Everybody was notified that somebody is dead asleep over here, knocked out, and still nobody thinks to say, let's stop this court. And because this is very important, the juror is very important. They're given a verdict for a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Let's make sure that he's okay.
It's a life sentence.
And I feel like they were taking it very lightly. Like, even the way that they questioned us, it's like they're trying to fight to put him behind bars, and we're trying to fight to get him out of bars. But it's not a fight if it's not equal.
Yes,
like
right.
our side was not fair.
No,
We
the
didn't
prosecution,
get it.
the prosecutor never asked me nothing about that night. They said, does your loyalty have an expiration date? What the fuck did that got to do with anything?
Wow.
It's just corrupt. And the main point we want to make is that the judge had COVID.
Yeah.
She had COVID. We weren't even supposed to go up there today.
No.
Mr. Bishop was not even supposed to go in that room.
Yeah, she put us in jeopardy. Like, because I'm sitting right next to you, right next to your desk, while you're sitting here with symptoms of COVID.
You are supposed to take another
Coughing and
test
everything.
to make sure you are negative. You're supposed to take another test
Exactly.
to reassure everyone around you and the safety of everybody in the court.
It just
They're trying to hurry up and get this case done, because they know if they really followed the laws and the rules and regulations of quarantine, the CDC, they knew that it would have been a mistrial.
Yes.
And they didn't want to spend all that money on a fake ass high school diploma, convicted felon.
Convicted felon, bro.
Self-proclaimed cult, whatever, expert in sexual. They spent all this money to kick up all this dust and distract and confuse the jury about that night. What did we tell y'all they was going to do?
That was exactly
We told y'all they was going to be distracting everybody from that night.
Yeah.
The prosecution didn't even ask me about that night.
Didn't he? So.
Just like the detectives didn't ask us nothing about that night.
Ever.
They don't care.
They don't care. And it's sad. This is very, very, very serious. It's very serious. Like, a man's life is on line, And they have the audacity to say you can't have hearsay as a testimony when the whole case
is
like
hearsay.
as we said during her questioning, this whole case is hearsay. Everything this woman says is hearsay. There's no solid proof of anything. Now, how do you give somebody a life sentence when there is no proper evidence, no real concrete nothing?
Yeah. And I know how it can look, somebody going up there crying, this happened to me. And it's like, damn, if this bitch saying this happened to her, then that's why you got to look at the motive. We need to push that motive. Those videos got that motive. I'm going to tell you why I left. I couldn't be queen.
Yeah.
I'm not made to be in the background. You have to look at the motive.
Yeah.
Why are they doing this?
Yeah.
If it's not true, why are they doing it?
Yeah.
But they won't let us play none of the videos. They wouldn't let us play none of Mr. Bishop's characters. But they sitting here playing videos of him saying one little thing. You don't even know what.
They don't know what he was talking about in that context.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Play the video.
So now tomorrow.
His characters.
Exactly. I'm like, that's one of his
Spiritual
characters.
empires.
Yeah. It's like, that's crazy. Now tomorrow, they're deliberating right now currently. Jury deliberations with one of the jurors that will sleep all day today. Crazy, right? And so supposedly tomorrow court is supposed to resume. I'm not sure how it works, but they're supposed to be deliberating. It could take any amount of time. But what's crazy is that you handing out a life sentence without parole, right? In less than 2 weeks, my nigga. Like YSL, how long that trial been going on?
That trial going on for about three weeks.
And the charges ain't even that serious?
No.
This is crazy.
Music,
like,
rap songs.
Y'all have to see this for what it is. Like, people are constantly being brainwashed by these songs. People are constantly listening to these songs, thinking like, I gotta kill somebody that look like me, because basically I gotta sell drugs, gotta kill somebody, gotta do this, gotta do that, right? But y'all started y'all trial before us. Y'all still going to trial for us. Y'all charges is not even
Yeah.
But now we're getting a life sentence without the possibility of parole wrapped up in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Without even properly questioning the defense.
Yeah, not even properly showing evidence.
Not even properly showing evidence. He shouldn't even be in there.
videos.
Exactly. He shouldn't be in there at all.
I'm thankful that everything is recorded.
Exactly.
Thankful.
So everything is in transcript. They're seeing them cut us off. They're seeing a judge have attitude. They're seeing her with
excuse the jury
COVID.
every 2 seconds.
Telling the jury to leave when we do play the defense plays videos. They seen her have COVID and not follow the regulations. This is in file and in documentation. And we obviously know they're corrupt. When they let in these co-experts and all these extra witnesses that don't have nothing to do with the case, we knew that it was corrupt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is really big. And we know that even if it looks crazy right now, they paying them out to look bad. Essentially, I'm going to tell everybody the truth will be shown.
Yes, it will.
Because these people who are spreading these lies aren't fighting us. They aren't fighting Mr. Bishop. They fighting with God.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to lie and spread false reports.
No.
You're not supposed to do that.
That's in the Bible.
That's in the Bible. So, and that's just good character. You shouldn't do that. Like, that's just natural morals and principles that anybody should have.
Exactly.
Facts.
Regardless of your religion.
Exactly.
So, he's going to be exonerated.
Exactly.
And he's not going to have to say nothing.
No.
But somehow, in a way, it's going to be revealed. Everything, everybody who's been a part of this, going against him, going against us, saying all this stuff about him online, putting us in harm's way. We getting slapped at court. People are attacking us, throwing water on us. But the accuser and the DA is walking around with all this security. We don't got no security.
Look, this is crazy.
The people who are in this court going up on that stand lying, they not getting water thrown on because the trolls and all the hate groups and the spectators, they like that. They like this. They like all this attention, this negative energy. They feeding off of it. These people ain't getting water thrown on them. They don't need no security. We not no violent people. We ain't gonna do nothing to nobody.
Nothing. They ain't getting pushed.
We had to ask for security. We had to ask to be escorted to our car so nobody won't be recording us walking into our car. So all of this is being recorded.
Yes, it is.
And so I'm just thankful that it's live because the world's going to see just how the world is seeing the ugliness, everybody throwing dirt on our name. They're going to see us sprout from that dirt at the same time.
Exactly.
So just keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep on.
I'm about to post everything they wouldn't allow us to play in the court.
That's facts.
I was so frustrated today in that court because I felt like any little thing they trying to make them seem like a bad person.
And had nothing to do with nothing.
Nothing.
It didn't have nothing to do with the charges. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's been tough. It's been tough.
It is. It's hard.
You got me going in circles. Yes, the ladies have us going in circles. But we have questions for you ladies. Like one, have you ever smacked anyone by Bishop telling you to do it? Two, have you ever said no and Mr. Bishop still did it? Three, are you going back to your families? 4, where are your kids? 5, what's the exit plan when he's found guilty? 6, now that you told us that you guys are acting, are you still going to be faking on the cameras?